Very good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss the next hydrocarbon component mentioned in your syllabus, alkyl benzyl sulfonates, ABS. These are comes under the major types of detergents, and as you all know, detergent causes a major issues, and the components used for detergents such as alkyl benzyl sulfonate causes lot of issues to the ecosystem, and these pollutants are one of the another important persistent organic pollutant, and they remains in the ecosystem for very long time. Conventional methods are there for the degradation, but all these methods are not that much effective, and it will take a lot of time as well as a skillful and excellent infrastructure and experimental requirements. So there comes the role of microbiology for the degradation or detoxification or transformation of this alkyl benzyl sulfonate. So let us have the introduction about alkyl benzyl sulfonate. As I mentioned, these are commonly known as ABS, which are major component of anionic detergent, okay, that is commonly present in soap, shampoos and such kind of things, okay, the detergents, okay, and it is a family of organic components with the molecular formula C6H5CN H2N plus 1, okay, and where N is the number of, as you all know, number of carbon, and this N lies between 10 to 16. That is why it is a long chain hydrocarbon, okay. Sometimes it is C12 to C15, this one, okay, or C12 to C13, or C10 to C13, okay, and depending upon their the number of carbon atom, the utility, okay, that is happening for the detergent use will be varied, and we will discuss about the structure. And the most important part, and this has a polar end or hydrophilic end, that is a sulfonate end, okay, they will be able to donate the charges, and a non-polar or hydrophobic end, okay, that is the alkyl end, okay. So that is why the speciality of this particular component. So this polar end is the sulfonate end, and non-polar end is the alkyl end, okay. And this is the structure of alkyl benzyl sulfonates. Here you can see long, as I said, the one end, this is a long chain alkane, okay, long chain alkane, and this is one side, this is a hydrophobic end, and here you can see a benzene ring, okay, that is why it is known as benzyl, okay, and here you can see SO3 minus, and this is sodium substituted, okay. So alkyl benzyl sulfonate, here you can see a charged center, that is why it is a hydrophilic part, okay. And this, depending upon the structure, alkyl benzyl sulfonates are classified into two groups. One is linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate, next one is branched alkyl benzyl sulfonate. Linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate, linear chain, that is known as LAS, okay, and branched alkyl benzyl sulfonates are commonly known as alkyl benzyl sulfonate, okay, branched alkyl benzyl sulfonate. So this is the linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate. Here you can see a linear chain, there is no branches at all, only this phenyl part or alkyl, the benzyl part, the benzene ring, and there is a sulfonate end is present. But in the case of branched, okay, here you can see one branch, here you can see another branch, okay, here you can see another branch, lot of methyl groups or such kind of branches are commonly present, okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 such kind of branches, okay. So that is known as branched alkyl benzyl sulfonate, okay. And here there is a benzyl ring, as I said, this is a structure, and this there is a sulfonate group, and this is the hydrophilic part, and this is the hydrophobic part due to the presence of the hydrophobic side chains, okay. And the next one is, these are alkyl benzyl sulfonates are the most important anionic surfactant also. You know that surface active compound. That is excellent example is soap. Okay, so that is widely used for the household detergents. Okay, such as soap and all other such kind of detergent. Okay, and you can see that is commonly using industrial cleaning product also. Okay, this industrial cleaning product also has lot of alkyl benzyl sulfonate. Okay, so this is all about the classification, and this is what I have told. Biodegradation, it's a potential problem of this particular components. Here, as you can see, this is non-linear, that is the branched alkyl benzyl sulfonate. Okay, here you can see methyl group, alternative methyl group. I told you C12 to C16 is the side chain sometimes, and here you can see a benzene ring. Okay, and here you can see the sulfonate part. Okay, so due to this particular thing, the sulfonate part, it become very difficult to break. The breaking of this part, okay, it's very difficult, and this long chain also it is very difficult to break. Okay, so similarly, this is non-linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate, and this is a linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate. Here you can see CH3, CH2, 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 CH2 n times. Okay, so here is a benzene ring and CH3, SO3 minus Na plus. Okay, and this depending upon the nature, both linear as well as branched, there are conventional approaches, chemical based methods, catalytic first method. Okay, and I told you in the beginning itself, it require lot of time, lot of effort, lot of infrastructure, a lot of experimental requirement, and lot of time also. Okay, so because of all those reasons, conventional methods are not that much appreciated. That is why environmental microbiology plays a very vital role, why microorganisms plays a very vital role. Okay, and here you can see the biodegradation of ABS is the most important approach. Biodegradation means the degradation by microbial community. Okay, the microbial community. So that microbial communities, that is the presence is equal to that of the biodegradability. So who create the degradation by biological aspect? The microorganism. And there is a difference in the degradation potential between these two components. Okay, generally this linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate, that is low biodegradability will be very low, because the linear chain is very long, I have told you, and that require generally lower cost. Okay, so that is require lower cost, and but this linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate, the branched alkyl benzyl sulfonate, it is a lower biodegradability. Okay, because that has so many branches, it is very difficult to break the branch. Okay, the methyl groups are there, alternative methyl groups are there. You know that it's very difficult to break this particular bond. So that is why it is a lower biodegradable potential, and it has got low but lower cost. Okay, and but it's linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate, there is no side chain. Okay, that means to say there is no methyl group, then the degradation efficiency of microorganism is very high. Okay, that is higher biodegradation can happen. Okay, but the process is more expensive. Okay, process is more expensive. This is the overview of the biodegradation. Now we are going to see the actual mechanism of biodegradation of a linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate by microbial enzyme, and this undergoes two important reactions. main aspects for microorganism is the oxidation. Okay, one is the omega oxidation and another one is the beta oxidation. So this is a coupled process. Okay, so we will see the overview, then we will discuss the detailed mechanism. So linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate, this is the structure, the same what I have shown here. Okay, the same what I have shown in the previous slide, this one. Okay, so the same one. Okay, so the linear alkyl benzene or benzyl sulfonate which undergo omega oxidation. So what will happen? The hydrophilic, here you can see the fatty acid, there is, you know that fatty acid, long chain fatty acid, there is a carboxylic acid group at the end. Okay, carboxylic acid group at the end, and the interaction, the reaction is happening to the fatty acid side chain. Okay, so here you can see COO minus or hydroxyl group, the H plus has gone, the oxidized. Okay, so oxidation has happened and it become an ion. Okay, that is known as a sulfophenyl carboxylic acid or SPC. Okay, so SPC, once the hydrogen is removed, these particular things, then what will happen? This process continues and the very series of oxidation process, the chains will become, the long chain will be converted into short chains. Okay, here you can see the long chain has converted into short chain by the activity of various enzymatic reaction by microbial system. Okay, then here we will be having the sulfophenoxyl carboxylic acid SPC, that is a very shorter region. Now you can see only the 6-membered benzene ring and the sulfide part is also that is there. Okay, then later the last stage, what will happen? This ring will be cleaved and desulfonation will be happened. Okay, the sulfur will be released out and the ring will be cleaved. Okay, so and you will be having HSO3 minus water and carbon dioxide will be released from this particular system. This is a long chain process. So this is the overview of the biodegradation of linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate. Now we will discuss step by step in detail. So the first step, the mechanism of the breakdown, involves the straight alkyl chain, and the the breakdowns involves the straight alkyl chain. This alkyl chain will be degraded first, then comes the sulfonate groups. Here you can see the sulfonate groups, then comes the benzene ring. Okay, here the benzene ring. Okay, then the alkyl chain, what will happen? As I said, which undergoes a series of breakdown which start with the oxidation of the terminal methyl group oxidation. First it converts into alcohol and aldehyde or carboxylic acid. Okay, and all those things are, it is not shown here, we will discuss in the next step. This is a very simple structural representation. First the alkyl chain will be broken by microbial activity into alcohol. So where it will happen? The terminal methyl group. Okay, that is what I showed here. Okay, the terminal methyl group will be acting first, then first it will convert into an alcohol, then aldehyde, then the carboxylic acid. Then this is, I told you, the microbial process, enzymatic process. So the main enzymes that are responsible for this particular steps are alkyne monoxygenase. I told you these are oxidation process, obviously monoxygenase enzymes, and 2-dehydrogenase enzyme. Okay, and the coupled activity of monoxygenase and dehydrogenase gives the complete cleavage of alkyl benzyl sulfonate. Then what will happen? Later the carboxylic acid, this carboxylic acid which undergoes oxidation, and the 2 carbon fragments, okay, which will be the end product of this ABS degradation pathway, will undergo tricarboxylic acid or citric acid cycle, and it will be converting into further product. Okay, and what will happen? It will be converted into acetyl CoA, and that will be utilized for the production of energy by microorganisms. So this is the overall process. Now as I said, you can see this is the hydrophilic part. Okay, the hydrophilic part, this hydrophobic part. Initially, you will be having the reaction. Here you can see CH2, CH2, CH3, the terminal methyl position. I told you already. Okay, terminal methyl position. So what will happen? The NADH plus O2 that convert into NADH plus H2. So what will happen? There is hydrogen and oxygen will be coming, and that this is an oxidation reaction. Okay, and that oxygen will be added here. Okay, so that is what I told you. Here you can see bond OH. Okay, that is what I told you. This is a hydroxyl group. First it will convert into an alcohol, that is CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2 OH, then alcohol group. Okay, an alcohol group. Then what will happen? Then this first step, there is an alcohol production, as I said here. Okay, then you can, in the next one, there is an interesting step here in the next step. Okay, so what will happen? This hydrogen, okay, will be this hydrogen will be released from here, and one hydrogen will be released from here. Then what will happen? Here you can see C double bond O and H. Okay, one H will be removed, and another H will be removed. Okay, a hydrogen will be removed. Then you can see CHO. What is that? That is aldehyde. That is what I told. Second step, it is the production of aldehyde. Other things are the same. Here you will be having the hydroxyl group. Okay, then the third step, then again what will happen is oxidation. Here O will be added, oxidation will be added. Here you can see C double bond O OH, that is COOH. Okay, that is carboxylic acid. So that is what first alcohol, second aldehyde, and third one is carboxylic acid. Alcohol, aldehyde, and carboxylic acid by the activity of enzyme, and this is known as omega oxidation. Why it is known as omega oxidation? Because that is the oxidation is happening, as I told, the omega position of the carbon atom. So this is the first step. Then in continuation with this one, I told in the second step what will happen? The removal of the sulfate. Okay, the removal of the sulfonate group. Okay, then here you can see the sulfonate will be removed. Here you can see HS-CoA will be added, and instead of this hydroxyl group, okay, hydroxyl group, that SH-CoA will be added there. Okay, instead of OH, SCO will be added, and this is remains unchanged. Okay, then the beta oxidation will be started. Okay, then next one is a fatty acid. Then fatty acid acyl dehydrogenase will be acting actually. Okay, so dehydrogenase, you know that removal of a hydrogen. So these two hydrogen will be removed out. Then what will happen? Then you can see this is the same here, this is the same here, and here C double bond O. Okay, so this hydrogen will be released out, and you can see C double bond O. The remaining things will be here. Okay, so that is the by the fatty acid acyl dehydrogenase. Okay, the next one, hydroxy acyl hydrolase. All you can see that you dissociate as what H plus plus OH minus. So that OH will be attaching here, and one H will be attached here, and this double bond will become single bond. Okay, and that is the hydrolase reaction. Then again what will happen? Hydroxy acyl dehydrogenase. That is what is 2-dehydrogenase. Okay, 2-dehydrogenase. And what will happen? Here you can see there is a dehydrogenase is happening from this particular region. There is a hydrogen is removing from this particular position, and this hydrogen will be removed from this particular position. Then what will happen? What is remaining here? You are having the hydrophile RC, this H gone and this H gone, and C double bond O. The remaining things are the same here. Okay, so then what will happen is then HSCO will be this from this particular region. Once it has happened, these particular regions will be cleaved. Okay, this will be cleaved from this particular. That's the first oxidation part. Okay, the first hydrogen it is gone from here. Okay, that is CH3, then C double bond O, S-CoA will be released here, and you can see this will be attached. The first part will be attached, and the remaining things SCO CoA will be the second one. Okay, and again you can see this CoA will be added, and this step continues. So the first part of the, and this long hydrocarbon chain will become short hydrocarbon chain by the removal of the sulfonate group. Okay, the sulfonate group. Then later what will happen? Later will be the cleavage of the complete cleavage of the benzene ring will happen. So this is the first, that's what beta oxidation. Every step 1,1 fatty acid side chain with this particular residue will be released out. Okay, that is why it is that is what I told. Here you can see the activity of an alkyne monoxygenate and 2 hydrogenase will be taken into. Finally the end product will be, what is the end product? You will be having this is the end product. Okay, and this will be released later. The bond will be broken, the 6-membered ring will be broken after this particular step, and finally you will be having all this component and it will be enter into TCA cycle. So this is the overall mechanism. But in the case of whatever I have told, it is the linear, alkyl benzyl sulfonate. Okay, linear alkyl benzyl sulfonate. What about branched alkyl benzyl sulfonate? In the case of branched alkyl sulfonate, the side chain methyl group cannot undergo oxidation by microorganism. Okay, so the microorganism, it will not be happening. The methyl group, the omega portion of the methyl group, that is side chain, will not be undergoing oxidation. Okay, so the second stage of breakdown, then what will happen is it undergoes a separate mechanism. So that is the degradation of sulfonate group. Okay, that is happening by desulfonation reaction. Okay, by 3 important mechanisms. Okay, so I told you in the case of ABS, it is a branched part. The methyl group cannot be undergoing oxidation easily. Thus there is a separate 3 proposed pathways they are using to study the desulfonation of this particular process. So these are hydroxylative desulfonation, then the desulfonation catalysis by monoxygenase enzyme, then the reductive desulfonation. So these are the 3 important step that can be happen in the case of ABS for desulfonation. Okay, then first one, hydroxylative desulfonation. Hydroxylative desulfonation, you can see this is the RSO3H. Okay, R is the phenyl group is there, all those things you can see. Then hydroxylative, water molecule will be there. Then water molecule will be dissociated H plus plus OH minus. That OH minus will go and bind along with the R, and ROH will be produced, and you can see SO3 2 minus will be produced along with the 2H plus. Okay, so that is known as a hydroxylative desulfonation. Okay, the sulfonate will be released out here, sulfate part will be released out. That is why hydroxylation has happened and sulfonate has released out. Second one, the monoxygenase catalysis. Okay, under acidic condition. Okay, under acidic condition the monoxygenase catalysis will be produced. Same thing here, you can see RSO3H. Then here oxygen, monoxygenate will be adding lot of oxygen. Since in oxygenated process, as I seen here, 2 NAD H will be released. Okay, then the proton will be taken up here. Then ROH, the same thing, water molecule. Okay, H that will combine with oxygen, form a water molecule, and you can see this will be released out by this particular process, and 2 NADH NAD plus will be produced. That is known as monoxygenase catalyst. So addition of oxygen will be happening. Next one is reductive desulfonation. Okay, here is a direct reduction. Okay, RSO3H NADH plus H plus. What will happen? This H plus will go and cleave this one and will add with this one. So RH, and you will be having NAD here. Then you can see H2, one H is here. Okay, that is H2 SO3. You can see. Okay, so that will be produced. That is reductive desulfonation. Here it is a reduction, here it is an oxidation, here it is hydroxylation. Okay, or hydroxylation. So these are the 3 important proposed mechanism for the degradation of alkyl benzyl sulfonate. Okay, now what is the role of microorganism? I told you everything is done by microbial community. Okay, what is the role of microorganism? Okay, so the breakdown product of LIS is sulfite. Okay, that is a sulfite, and it is oxidized to sulfate in the environment. You know that there are sulfur oxidizing organisms. This breakdown product of this end product is sulfite. Okay, that sulfite will be oxidized to sulfate, and that will be, you have already discussed the sulfur cycle. Okay, that will be reached to that particular process, and it will be undergoing the biogeochemical cycling. Okay, and the loss of alkyl and sulfonate group from the LIS leaves either phenyl acetic acid or benzoic acid. Okay, the alkyl groups, once it is lost from the sulfonate group, then what will happen? Phenyl acetic acid or benzoic acid will be produced. Okay, so the microbial oxidation of this phenyl acetic acid, okay, is fumaric acid and acetic acid. The microbial oxidation of phenyl acetic acid is fumaric acid, and acetoacetic acid will happen, and the benzene will be converted into catechol. I told you most of the component, the hydrocarbon degradation, the key intermediate for the pathway is catechol or protocationate. In the previous hydrocarbon, okay, hydrocarbons we have already discussed. Okay, so the microbial oxidation of the phenyl acetic acid to fumaric acid, you know that fumaric acid is one of the important component in the tricarboxylic acid cycle, and acetoacetic acid also will be produced, and what will happen to the benzene ring? The phenyl ring will be converted into catechol. Okay, so that is the microbial aspects. Okay, and generally the culture that is isolated from, we can isolate this bacterial, a potential LAS degrading bacteria from the environment itself. Okay, and it is studied that the cultures isolated from the freshwater ecosystem, such as we have already discussed, freshwater, marine water, brackish water, etc. Freshwater ecosystem such as river showed greater ability to degrade LIS than those isolated from the brackish water or marine water. Okay, so those organisms that is obtained from the freshwater environment showed much more degradation towards this LIS than the bacteria that is isolated from the brackish water or marine water. What is the reason? That particular aspect scientific communities are still studying. Okay, similarly the degradation rate was faster for the longest alkyl chain. Okay, the alkyl chain, the longest alkyl chain is very the number of carbon atom C10 to C16 number is very high. Okay, that will be faster, and slower for the isomers that having the sulfophenyl group situated in the middle of the alkyl chain. I told you where the sulfate is located. Okay, the sulfate, if it is located, if it is a terminal position, it will be very fastly will be degraded, but the sulfate position is located in the somewhere in the middle, then it will take long time to degrade. Okay, so that is the another important aspect. So the isomers having the sulfophenyl group is situated in the middle portion of the alkyl chain showed lower degradation. Okay, and you know that it is a complex process. You know that it require omega oxidation, beta oxidation. Obviously one bacteria cannot do this particular process. The complete biodegradation of this alkyl benzyl sulfonate or surfactant require, okay, a consortia of bacteria. Okay, consortia means more than one particular bacteria, they are coexisting and they will be performing metabolisms, okay, such as gratuitous degradation and co-metabolism. We have already discussed that particular aspects. Okay, so that particular bacteria, consortia of bacteria is very important. Okay, because one particular bacteria cannot perform all these particular steps. Okay, so many chemical reactions are there. Okay, so conventional chemical steps we can do catalyst and we can do this particular approach. It will take long years. So many chemicals we have to use. Here everything we have to use by microbial enzymes. Okay, so many microorganisms come into a group and a cooperative interaction. They will be existing in the ecosystem and they will be degrading this particular thing. So the consortia of bacteria, due to their limited metabolic capabilities of individual microorganism. Okay, individual microorganism cannot perform one particular bacteria. Say for example, I will tell you this particular step can perform by one particular bacteria. The hydroxylate can perform by another bacteria. This particular step can perform another bacteria. Okay, so first bacteria can perform only this step. Second bacteria can perform only this step. Third bacteria can perform only this step. First bacteria cannot perform this step, or third bacteria cannot perform this step. That should be a series of order. Okay, So everything combined together, then they work a teamwork like effort. If they make, then only the degradation it is possible. Okay, that is the importance of this particular thing. So it is reported there are so many bacteria, especially gram positive and gram negative bacteria, even fungi and actinomyces are also reported to degrade alkyl benzyl sulfonate. A good studied example is a consortia of bacteria comprised of Pseudomonas aeruginosa, excellent bacteria, Bacillus subtilis, Bacillus agglomerans, okay, Bacillus cereus and Bacillus alveoli, okay. These consortia of this many bacteria, it is showed that excellently they are this particular components are degrading. Both omega oxidation and beta oxidation performs and compounds reaches to tricarboxylic acid cycle. This is the role of microorganism with the alkyl benzyl sulfonate. So with this we will conclude. Okay, so we have today's class we have discussed what is the importance of alkyl benzyl sulfonates. Okay, what do you mean by ABS? What is alkyl benzyl sulfonates? How alkyl benzyl sulfonates are classified, linear as well as branched. What is linear and what is branched? Okay, then the how the biodegradation will be happening. Okay, linear how it is happening and branched how it will happening. What is the overview of biodegradation? Both the coupled process of omega oxidation and beta oxidation. And now we have discussed in detail. First the compound will be, it will be attacking to the alkyl chain, then followed by sulfonate group, then followed by the phenyl or benzene group. Okay, what will happen? How first it will produce alcohol, then it will produce the aldehyde, then it will produce a carboxylic acid, then it will undergo beta oxidation, and that oxidation shorter chain will be produced, and that will be completely degraded into different form. And we can see that the steps that of degradation of ABS. Okay, the degradation of ABS is not like this. There are three important steps. Okay, hydroxylative desulfonation, then monoxygenase catalysis, and the reductive desulfonation. And we have discussed what is the role of a microorganism. Microorganism can perform various activity. They can perform various enzymes in the form of a co-culture, okay, and in the form of microbial consortia they can perform the task. This is all about alkyl benzyl sulfonate. Okay, and this is the reference we have been keep on discussing. These are the major textbook. Okay, you can refer. Then thank you very much for watching this particular class. If you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, and you can text me or you can ask me if you are having any clarifications. Thank you very much.